Got gas?
Excuse me? That's how you're starting?
I'm talking about gas for the car. What are you talking about?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Now, gas prices are on the rise, and it's all relative to this real estate market. Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV, your local market update.
Hey, everyone. I am Delynn Gaston.
Who has gas?
Really?
Clearly, you couldn't spit it
out. We are talking about gasoline prices, the price you're paying at the pump, and how it is relative to the housing market, believe it or not. I thought that was a pretty interesting article. But before we jump into the gas prices and stuff,
I know, we want to do a recap.
I kind of wanted to recap from last week because we kind of ran out of time. So last week we were talking about the 15 things that you need to do right away if you want to start saving money on, money on your monthly housing expenses and things like that.
And there was lots of cool things.
Some great tips.
Like the insulation and the attic. Get a different mortgage rate.
New roof, possibly new air conditioning, heating system, things like that.
Yeah, so if you want to know more about that, go to last week.
And you can watch all of that and hear all of that.
You can watch all of our shows. So,
or you can call us.
We were talking about,
send you the list.
Yeah, that's it. We'll send it to you. But we want to talk about another way. How are you going to fund these projects?
Pay for it. So that's what everybody sat there and saying, oh yeah, those all sound great, but
yeah, I don't have the money.
I don't have the money for a new roof of 10 grand or whatever.
So before we talk about the relativity of gas prices in the real estate market, we want to give you another option. Of course, you could refinance the house, get the cash out.
Right. If you have equity, that's option one. Is
you could
to
maybe
refinance
look at a home equity line of credit.
We talked about those a few weeks back about
the pros and cons of doing those.
And there's two different kinds: a home equity line of credit, which is kind of like just writing a checkbook. So if you get a line of credit for like 20 grand and a roof is going to cost you $7, you only pay on what you use for it.
Where are you getting a $7,000 roof?
I don't know where I'm getting a $7,000 roof. I'm really smart. The shed. Or the home equity loan, which if you take a $20,000 loan, they disperse the whole $20,000 and you start making payments on that right away. Right, so those are two options. But then the third option that we kind of wanted to touch on a little bit.
It's called PACE.
PACE, the PACE program. Don't know if you guys have heard about that.
I haven't.
I know.
I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
A lot of people haven't.
I'll be back after this.
So I wanted to talk about it a little bit.
I've heard pros and cons on this
program. I was just going to say, so the disclaimer up front is we are not necessarily promoting this product by any means.
We're just giving it as an option because we're here to educate you.
Putting it out there, right, education. And we are strongly recommending you look it up yourself and do some research on it to see if this fits you. Because, just like everything else, it's not necessarily for everyone.
No, and it is a statewide program.
It's actually a nationwide program.
But we have it here in Florida.
We do have it here in Florida. It's not in every state, but Florida is one of them. It's a program that started in California. And it's actually, if you wanted to look it up, it's Y Green. Y Green is the PACE program. And I'm going to just basically read the disclaimer. While the PACE programs are enabled by state legislation and payments for the loan are incorporated into your property taxes, Y Green Works is not a government program. They want us to say that up front. Now, how it works for the most part, the general gist is if you needed a new roof or a new air conditioning system or something like that, some major expense for your home that costs 10 grand or whatever, and you didn't have the $10,000 to do it.
Or if you wanted to do a high efficiency water heater to save
There's a bunch, and we'll go through what you can do with it in a minute. But just basically how the program works is that, so they will give you the money for the home improvement that you want to do. you contact them and you have to get approved for it, the loan from them first. There is a whole underwriting process. There's a whole thing that you have to go through. There's going to be monthly payments. However, the payments are incorporated. How they do it is they incorporate it into the taxes. So because it's a $10,000 loan, if you were to take just a personal loan for 10 grand and put a new roof on your house, you'd be paying for that roof over the next, like, maybe 36 months or something like that. Maybe, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. If you moved out of the house in 2 years, you're still paying for that roof. Whereas under the PACE program, by adding it into your taxes, then whoever you sell the house to is incorporating, taking over that payment.
So here's a question, and you may or may not know the answer.
Yep.
They can keep the payments going, do you know? Or does it have to be paid off if they sell the house?
Excellent question, and that's why.
So glad I asked it.
So glad you asked that, and that's why I say do your research, because basically what it comes down to is the existing lender is the lender going to allow it or not? So the lender will say either no, the whole thing's got to get paid off, and I think they're talking about the new lender, coming in, or are they going to allow this?
So it can be a term of 5 years, 10 years, 15, or 20 years.
Right.
In order to get 30 years, you got to move to California.
Got to move to California.
I'm not willing to go to
that.
California, so.
Yep.
All right, so.
So it's a special
we're just going to
portion of the taxes.
We're going to touch on this. Let's just.
So some of the things now, and here's the other thing that I understand about it, again, do your own research, because this is just some very brief research that we had done on it. A lot of times they require you go through their contractors.
And that's what I've heard the knock on the program is.
The downside. So if you have, your brother-in-law is a, air conditioning person, you might not be able to use him and go through this program. You might have to use people on their approved list.
Okay.
We're not exactly sure. And I think, again, it varies state to state. And our program, I know, is out there nationally. So just whatever state you're in, just look into it.
So it's good for many different things.
Why Green works,
right.
And it's the PACE program.
Okay.
So some of the stuff that you can do on it is anything that is alternative energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for like roofs and things like that. Look, wind turbine. You can do generators. Here in Florida, those come in handy.
Insulation in the attic, which is one of the things we suggested last week to save you money. Heating, ventilation, AC, HVAC, central HVAC.
Updating your wiring.
Yeah, how about this one?
You can do that. A green roof.
High efficiency lighting and appliances. That's covered under it.
Sure. So you can get that new fridge that costs $3,000 that I really love.
You just put it on your tax bill. High efficiency pool equipment. I mean, there's a lot.
Which I thought was kind of interesting too, because I'm not exactly sure, but I guess it's the high efficiency part. Obviously, doors, windows, skylights. If you're doing those, solar thermal pool heating. That is something that is covered under that.
Windows, doors, skylights. That's interesting.
And then it has a whole thing under wind resistant measures. So foundation strengthening, gable end bracing, high impact doors and windows, of course, opening protections, roof deck attachments strengthening. So anything to strengthen and make the house more sturdy. Storm shutters, those aren't cheap.
So, all right, we got to go to break. So.
We do? Yeah.
So go
check out this program.
Go check it out. We're going to talk about higher gas prices and how it impacts you being a higher gas price at the pump right now.
Right.
Right after this. right, so we talked about the PACE program. We
Yes.
talked about improvement
The
tips that we
improvements.
should do to your home to.
Now we're gonna talk
save
about
money.
gas.
Now we're going to talk about gas because she's got gas.
Gas in the car. So everybody noticed that it's been kind of like a roller coaster, just like with the mortgage interest rates, up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
We shot
That's
up
crazy.
and then I know, and then we dropped and then we shot up again, and now it looks like it's coming back down a little bit.
So
But
the
by the time
average-
this airs next week, who knows?
Yeah, so the average gas price, it's no secret, has been going up
Yes.
continuously.
Just like mortgage rates.
Yeah.
And with those two things combined, the increase in what we're paying at the pump and the increase in mortgage rates, needless to say, that's putting a little bit of a damper on people's consumer
rid of some of
confidence, because consumer confidence levels, which obviously is something that's monitored, have really gone down lately, and that's one of the
Gotta
things.
get rid of all this stuff.
He's paper shuffling over there.
It's got to go.
Anyway, so Florida is one of the higher on the gas prices right now. We're probably, what was it, 11th on the list or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're kind of in the middle of the country, but it's definitely gone up lately, and that's affecting the consumer confidence, and people aren't buying houses because when it hurts a little bit more at the pump, it's going to affect things. One of the things that they've been noticing is that it's affecting mostly the millennials and stuff. They usually like the more urban areas because they're millennials and they want to just hop on a bus and things like that. Well, down here in Florida, and I'm talking to our local market right now, we're a little bit more spaced out, right? So if you're looking to buy out
Who are you
on...
calling spaced out, man?
He's such a dork. That was good,
Oh,
though.
man. Sorry.
So if you're looking to buy out like on the 54 corridor, you're not going to walk to downtown Tampa.
No,
Get
it's
your
not gonna
bus.
happen.
You're going to drive, and the gas prices are making people say, maybe I should buy a little less house. Guess what? They're probably qualifying for a little less house as well with the increase in the interest rates.
Well, because unless they put the gas on their credit card, it doesn't matter.
Well,
Just
the
amount
interest in
of
the interest
disposal
rate,
of-
they're qualifying for less. Plus, they
Yes.
want to buy less
Exactly.
because they're
fact-
thinking, oh, I need to put an extra,
because
$100 a month
when
in my
gas prices go up, the average household loses about $100
Yeah,
a
I
month
thought
in
that-
spending power.
I was going to say, I thought that was pretty interesting. So 23% increase in gas prices equates to about $100 a month for the average American, which was about 11%
Increase
decline in their
in spending. Their
purchasing
disposable
power.
income. And AAA actually
That's a
said
lot.
the average price per gallon has gone up 60 cents since this same time last year. 60
Which is
cents.
60 cents.
But you know what the funniest part is? This is crazy.
Okay.
The price at the pump is relative to the real estate market. I know you think I'm crazy. I can't make this
know.
up.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Yeah.
go figure this out. So who has the lowest gas prices in the country right now? Guess.
The lowest?
Yeah.
I don't
Guess.
have
Don't
to
look.
guess. It's
Don't
right.
look. Don't look. What do you guys think?
Mississippi?
You look. Mississippi
No,
does.
I'm just kidding.
Mississippi
I totally
has
did
the lowest price at the pump.
honestly, they usually have
And
the lowest of
Alabama,
everything.
and Alabama's right there behind him.
They usually have the lowest of everything.
So let me show
quite
you
frankly.
something. I want you to look at this little cheat sheet because I printed this out for you. Come on, look.
Where do I have it? On the third page of the printout?
Yeah, look at this.
See, he was shuffling papers.
Yeah, so look at this. So guess
Do
who
you
has
want
the
to show
lowest?
them too?
No, we don't want to show them.
Are we going to the housing prices now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so the lowest housing prices.
So get
is it
this.
Mississippi?
Mississippi
No, but
is
it's in
right
the
there.
bottom. One,
It's in
two,
the bottom
three, four,
7.
5, 6, 7. It's
Yeah.
in the bottom 7.
The average median price in Mississippi is $195,390. The average gas price,
2.6.
it's $2.63.
Yeah, $2.63
$2.63
a gallon.
You know, and then
Alabama's $2.64 a gallon, and
And the
Alabama
average-
is the 10th lowest.
yeah, with an average price of $212,733. That's the average listing price. Isn't that crazy?
What's the highest? Did we do that? Of course I always want to go to the highest. So the highest place,
What do you think the most expensive is?
Hawaii.
Yeah, where's the most expensive place in gas?
I don't know. Is gas? Hold on one moment while we shuffle papers again.
I know what it is.
The producer is whispering Connecticut. I know Connecticut is high, but California, yay.
California,
And look,
yay.
Hawaii is number 2.
Yeah, Hawaii is the second highest,
Yeah.
$3.65 a gallon.
Right.
So those of you thinking of moving to Hawaii, think twice because you're going to pay a lot at the pump.
Look at this. Actually, if you look at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 5 prices, highest prices of gas, all out west: California, Hawaii, Washington State, Alaska, Nevada, Oregon.
Okay. And who
Wow.
who are your highest real estate market prices?
Probably those right there. I'm just going out on a limb, and I'm going to say I'll bet it's those.
Hawaii, District of Columbia, California, Massachusetts, New York, Colorado.
How about that, producer? Connecticut's not in there.
Yeah, Connecticut's,
Oh, look, it's in the top 10.
it is in the top 10.
It is in the top
Yep,
10.
good call. And it is in the top 10 for gas prices, too.
Yep.
Because Connecticut comes in $3.13
So
a
basically,
gallon.
the highest is like the East Coast and the West Coast. So the middle of the country,
Right.
they're pretty stable.
Yeah, but this is what doesn't
Don't
make
take
sense
that
to me.
one to the bank, because that's just a sheer
I-
guess.
It has to be, because
an opinion.
Here's what doesn't make sense to me. It costs the same to manufacture, refine the gas in California
I know.
than it does in other states. So it's almost like, what are people willing to pay? What do you think?
And that same thing with your living arrangements. You
Yeah.
know, out in California, a little tiny, like, you know, 1-bedroom apartment kind of thing goes for like $750,000 in some parts of California. It's nuts.
You're probably not far off there.
I know.
The median price in a house in California, the average list price right now, $697,539. The median sale price, $462.
That's a lot.
Yeah, could you imagine if our median sale price?
So we
here
all need
was-
to move to Mississippi,
Yeah.
where there's low
Or
housing
Alabama,
prices,
and low gas prices.
and low gas prices. Again, I'm just saying, stay in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Don't you
What do you
think?
I don't know.
It's time to go to break.
All right, we went to break yesterday. All right.
We went to break yesterday.
All right, we got some more great stuff coming up. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Okay, now that we've talked about the improvements you're going to make for your home to save you money,
Yep.
we're going to talk about we talked about where you can get the money with
Right.
the PACE program.
Yep.
We talked about the price of gas and how it's going up and how it's relative to the housing market prices. And now let's talk about
Basically,
the confidence of people.
I know. So,
Where does
so
that-
basically,
where does that land us?
what all of this basically is boiling down to is when gas prices have gone up, home sales have actually gone down again because of and all it boils down to the consumer confidence. They're just not that confident. So I found this
Confident
article, which I
because
thought was
The confidence because they have less money left over in their pocket.
residual income.
And at
right.
the end of the month.
Exactly.
I feel confident.
Because they still want to go and do their thing. They still want to go out with their friends and have a beer, go out to dinner once in a while. But
wanna
if they're
go out with
paying
my
more at
friends
the
and have a beer.
right, and if they're paying more at the pump, right, they're going to give up something else.
So-
they're going to like not do something else
So that's going to
you
drive
still
down the
need a
real
little
estate
bit.
market.
It drives things down. That's exactly my point. So I thought this was pretty good. It said, in fact, positive feelings that it is a good time to buy a house is at the lowest level that it's been in the past 2 years. I thought that was pretty good.
Wow.
So I know.
Wow.
And people were a lot more positive a couple years ago about buying a house. The strongest concentration of those that did feel positive about buying a home right now is in the South and the Midwest. Again, Lower home prices, kind of middle of the country,
And
lower
probably
home
because of
prices, lower gas
those
prices?
areas are also some of the highest rising prices, so people are feeling confident
I
with
think
the
so.
market going up.
This was,
We know Pasco County has one of the highest.
oh, that's
price
actually next
increases.
week's show. I already did research on that.
Sure,
I have-
reminded you. Yeah, we're one of the highest in the country in increases.
I know. Wait till you
We
read this
are a
article.
sweet
Wait till you read
hotspot
this article.
right here in Pasco.
All right, but anyway, so let's back up to consumer. So I thought this was interesting.
right.
Interesting to know. Consumer confidence is up, but of particular
While you
note,
do that, I'm gonna check my
non-homeowners.
tweet, okay?
No, you have to listen. Non-homeowners are anxious about saving for a down payment. Nearly half of them indicating limited income was the primary reason that they're not buying a house right
What
now.
about credit score?
Followed by, nope, it's not in there. Followed by student loan. 30% are holding back because of student loan debt. 28% are holding, are concerned about their rent rising. 14% rising health expenses.
Really?
And only 14% of the people out there said that nothing is really holding them back. So those are the ones that we need to go after,
So
right?
why aren't they
to
buying a
buy
house?
houses. The survey also
aren't they buying a
indicates
house?
anxiety amongst homebuyers, anxiety over qualifying. 45% claiming that the reason is income uncertainty. So
they
it's
think they're
really
gonna lose their
job
job?
stability. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. So consumer confidence is not as strong as it once was. 1 in 3 said that their credit score would hold them back. 26% that they were carrying too much debt. 1 in 3 said that they don't know the first step that they need to do in order to qualify. So lack of financial literacy is holding a portion of the market back. That means get this show out, guys.
So if you
share,
educate-
share.
if
We're
you-
trying to educate.
If you educate people, that's
They will
part of their-
buy.
Yeah, that's part of their.
If you build it, they will come.
I mean, people are afraid if you educate.
You can't just build the house,
If
you have to
you,
educate
as a
them.
real estate professional, educate your buyers, are more likely going to buy a home
Right.
with you.
Because they don't know right now. And I find that a lot when people do call me and they say, well, you know, I'm a first-time home buyer or
People
what.
call you all the
they don't-
time.
They do. And as you know, they don't know the questions to ask.
know.
What is the question they ask us? What's like the first question they ask us all the time?
What's your interest rate?
What's your interest rate?
Really?
Should that be the first question? No.
No.
Not even close to it, but they don't know what else to ask because they're just not educated.
Right.
So we kind of take them back to step 1 and we educate them on what you need. Let's qualify you first and see where you stand.
I had lunch with a realtor today. I won't mention his name because he watches our show. You better be watching. I won't say your name. Anyway, and he's like, wow, man, are rates really going up? I said, yeah, they're going up. I said, first time in a long time. You know, we've seen stuff go up over 5%. We haven't seen that in a long time.
Right.
And not everybody's over 5%, but some of them are. And he's like, no, they're not. So you know what he did?
What?
He went online. He went on Bank Rate Monitor, and he pulled up
Somebody.
something. And it was like, you know, Ecliptic Mortgage. I'm like, there's a household name.
They're going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah. Anyway, but they had a rate below 4.5. I said, okay, that's probably 20% down.
Or more.
Or
30%
more.
down.
Yep. 800 credit score.
850 credit score.
And a loan size of like 250, 300,000.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's what people see, though.
Because
so they
all
think,
of that makes a difference. And that's
Yeah.
what people don't understand. All of those things make a difference.
Yeah. So if gas prices go up, so are rates.
Rates are going up. They're going to qualify for less.
Yeah. Bottom line.
Bottom line.
Anything else we need to share?
I don't know.
You think we should let them go home?
I don't know. What else do we have going on in the community? Do
Nothing.
you guys have any questions?
No.
As you guys know, you could always call us, email us, text us, something like that if you have any questions or if there's something that you want to know more about. We have our lunch and learns that we do, and we
Yes.
do have a lunch and learn
We do
coming
have
up.
one coming
I've
up.
just moved right into announcements, haven't I?
You did, and that's probably the right thing to do because our next Lunch and Learn is on the second Tuesday of every month, which I believe is Tuesday, June 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, somebody has to check a calendar. I think so. I think it is June 12th.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But it's the second
And we're going to
Tuesday
be covering
of June.
a lot of the issues and concerns that you have with insurance.
Thank you, producer, June 12th.
Are your voice?
That is, yes, he said, yes. And that's going to be really good because as you know, us
that's
Floridians here, June 1st is the start of hurricane season. So with hurricane season upon us, we have an insurance professional who's going to be with us talking about flood insurance, hurricane all kinds of stuff
And
like
all
that.
different coverages.
Things that you need to do,
and
right.
things you need to know. Important
And
things
you,
know.
as a real estate agent, what you can do best to help your
And
client
what a
get the
big-
right insurance.
And what a big part of their payment that really is. You know, people are all worried about.
know.
It's so funny people look at loan size. I think it's cheaper,
I know.
but insurance is a big part.
And it's
And
a
your
big part of what
taxes.
they qualify for.
Yep.
Well, you told me they qualify for $200,000. Well, that's before they bought in a flood zone.
Or before the taxes were $4,000 a year.
It factors in.
all
It makes a
part of
difference.
the
All right, we're
package,
being
isn't it?
told that it's.
All right, show's over. Hey, thanks for watching us this week. Share this, like it. We're out there on Facebook,
Right.
Twitter, LinkedIn.
And remember, it's all about educating the home buyer and the
Forward
home
this
sellers
email
out
if you
there.
got it in an email. I don't know how you got the show, how you found us, but we're glad you watched.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you watching. We are today and every day.
Moving forward. See
We
you
will
next
everybody
week.
next week. Bye-bye.